Yo, did you see that JiDion is quitting being a prankster that harasses minimum wage workers? Did you see this? And he said he's changed because he's turning to Jesus. Jesus told him that he needs to stop pranking. So, all right.
God. And I know for a fact, you know, there's no Christian in their right mind that can make the case to say that the content that I was making was of God. And I'm not gonna even try to make that case, you know? And, you know, if I'm gonna truly give my life over to God.
I mean, I would agree with that, but because he harasses people.
I gotta also take out the wickedness that I put into the world. So, why?
Oh, also, if you didn't know, he also deleted all of his prank videos. I think all of the videos on his channel. Actually, I think he's just leaving content creation entirely. I mean, he should be rich enough to have all the money he needs for the rest of his life. So he should be fine. But I'm not sure if he's actually completely quitting or he's just quitting prank stuff or what.
Did I delete all of my prank videos? Well, let's look up the definition of the word prank, and then let's hop into the scriptures and see what God thinks about pranks. Because he actually did say some things about there. I didn't even know about them. Brother Josh showed me, but God did say some things about pranks. So this is from collinsdictionary.com. Prank, a noun, a mischievous trick or joke, especially one in which something is done rather than said. If you do a trick on somebody, you have to deceive them. And we all know who is the master and the king of deception. That's Satan himself. So every time that I'm doing a prank or doing a prank on a person, I am literally practicing what the master prankster himself, Satan, did. Oh, you're dragging it, you're stretching it, but I'm gonna show you guys.
Okay, but like here's the thing. I mean, sure, I guess, but if you talk, you also practice something that Satan does because he's the king of lies as well. So I guess you shouldn't speak or something, right? It just doesn't make it. He's grasping at straws. He's gonna try to say that he's not grasping, but he's grasping a little bit. If you ever like, I don't know if you ever just like, what if somebody's like, is this here? And you're like, no, it's not there, but it's because you don't want them to find it because they're gonna do something bad. So deceiving like somebody doing something bad, would that also be satanic? Or it just doesn't make any sense. The king of curses, yeah, the king. Yeah, he is the king. I can't lie. He really is the king of curses. You got it right there.
Just stick with.
No more Easter eggs.
We're gonna go to Proverbs chapter 26 and start at verse 18. Like a madman who throws flaming darts and deadly arrows, so is the person who deceives his neighbor and says, I was only joking. So Solomon is comparing playing practical jokes on people in the name of good fun as a madman shooting flaming arrows in the air. So basically he's saying a person that goes around pranking people is the same type of energy of a madman just going around killing people.
Okay, so if you guys don't know about Proverbs, Proverbs is a book in the Bible. Basically, that's a compilation of King Solomon's Proverbs, basically. And if you don't know what a proverb is in this context, it's King Solomon, who was known as the smartest boy in Israel. Proverbs is basically a collection of Israel's hottest bangers back when Solomon was king. All right. If this is the best way to put it. All right. If a proverb is basically something that you go so true when you hear. So this is the hottest bangers that Israel, the hottest one-liners and some two-liners that Israel has had in 2,000 years. Wait, really? Yes, unironically, Proverbs it's basically a list of hundreds and hundreds of like just smart wisdom sayings, basically. That's all it is. It's like, as the early bird catches the worm, so does the early worshiper read his Bible. And then everybody in Israel was like, so fucking true, Solomon. So true, dude. And so they were like, write that shit down now. And so they wrote it down and they put it in the Bible. And that's the list of Proverbs, basically. So true, king. But like literally so true, king, because he was King Solomon. Yeah. My dad likes the one to whom much is given, much is expected of. So true. So true, king. So true, king. Amen, brother. But but literally, that's all Proverbs is. There's like an intro and an outro, but the intro was like calling wisdom, personifying wisdom as like a lady, and then when you use wisdom to do good things, like not sentencing somebody who didn't do a crime to that crime, or helping somebody out, or doing something good or smart, you call upon wisdom. And then it has an outro where it talks about a woman who's like smart when it comes to her marriage and smart when it comes to her children and stuff like that, right? But all that's basically all Proverbs is. It's a bunch of pretty disconnected sayings that made all the Israelites go so true 2,000 years ago, right? And so it's also used basically as like the wisdom text of the Bible to be able to know how to live a good life that's biblical and that's according to Jesus, that you can rely on, that are like kind of timeless, right? Solomon himself wrote like 3,000, but I don't think 3,000 Proverbs are in the Bible. I don't believe it's 3,000 in Proverbs, as far as I remember. But with this one, there's a bunch of like so true statements in there. Yeah, unironically, there are a bunch of like so true statements. The Proverbs is the book that you're supposed to like always be able to go back to find like the actual biblical sort of memes that you're like, oh, what should I do here? Let me go back to Proverbs and read up some stuff, and maybe I can get some wisdom out of that, and their interpretation of that can change, depending on the whatnot. Right, get it. With this one specifically, I would disagree with JiDion if I liked JiDion more, but he's not wrong. I don't like JiDion because I thought his pranks were bad and mean. were mean and bad to people, honestly. Like a lot of the people who like JiDion just don't care about how many people you harm as long as you provide like a laugh, right? And I would disagree with him if he was honestly just about any other person, a prankster. But here, I'm going to be honest with you, he's not wrong. JiDion literally got several people fired by pretending to be somebody who belongs at a certain place and deceiving security guards into letting him in, only to make a fool out of them and their job and the business, leading to them being fired. JiDion specifically lost people their jobs and livelihoods for a video that he can like laugh at and make some fun of with. One of the last things I ever saw JiDion do was specifically buy seats to clown on WNBA players for not having people be as interested in their craft as like male NBA players, right? Like this guy wasn't putting like good energy and good things out into the world. He was specifically there to like shit on people and make other people's lives worse, to make other people laugh on the internet, to collect money off of it. That's his whole thing. And so in any other case, I would be like, nah, I disagree with the usage of 26 Proverbs here, but I think it fits the type of content that he was making perfectly. I can't even say he's wrong here. Solomon, I can't lie, but Solomon cooked him. 2,000 years in the past, Solomon cooked his ass, and only now he's realizing. And honestly, if it means that he's gonna stop being as shitty as a person to like retail workers and normal people, then God willing, Godspeed, bro. Go ahead. You're making tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars off of ruining other people's days and lives. I just don't think is a good thing to do. It's very obviously bad. Solomon's still spitting. He does from time to time, yeah. He may have ruined someone's livelihood, but at least he reads the Bible on stream, right? No, I think he's disappearing. I think he's doing the thing that you would want him to do, which would be to disappear. I think that's his thing. I heard him say that I heard somebody say that he was doing like a goodbye live stream or something. So he's probably just disappearing. Maybe he's gonna I want him to give back the money to the people who he lost. Well, give money to the people who he purposely made lose their jobs. But
and when you look at my content, bro, it's really not far off. I mean, I did a lot of crazy stuff in my videos, but the one thing I think that haunts me the most is one of my most popular pranks was whenever I snuck into the Gatorade HQ and I deceived the security guards and lied and said that I was working there and that I was part of the commercial team. And I got the prank done, got millions of views off of it, so many people giving me props. But what a lot of you guys don't know is 3 people lost their jobs because of me. Because I lied and was saying that I worked there, I got 3 security officers fired that had been working there for years. All because I wanted to play a practical joke. All because I wanted to entertain you guys. And that's evil. That truly is evil. And to those people that I got fired, I'm sorry. I truly am.
So yeah, usually you see me disagreeing with the way that people use Bible verses here, but I can't disagree. And the way in which he was conducting himself online is bad and wrong. And I'm not saying that he should disappear and like kill himself or something, but I mean, he definitely does need to make amends with that. And those people who he harmed. Oh, sorry. I didn't see you there. If you're enjoying the content, hit the subscribe button. If you don't, it'll make Boo very sad. I know a bunch of you who are watching are not subscribed. Join the frenzy. You won't regret it. Thank you, Boo.